Good morning class. Myself Dr. Ashwini Katule. I am Assistant Professor in Community Medicine Department. Today we will discuss vitamin A deficiency and blindness. Vitamin A deficiency we already discussed, but in the in blindness there are so many aspects are there, in which one of it is vitamin A deficiency. So along with blindness, various reasons for blindness, vitamin A deficiency we will discuss. Blindness is visual acuity less than 3/60, inability to count a finger in daylight at a distance of 3 meters. This is the definition of blindness for everyone. That is, if person is not able to see in a daylight at a distance from 3 meters, or if visual acuity is 3/60, less than 3/60, that means it is a case of blindness. This is the various kind of charts in which we can see that for literate and for illiterate also we can see that we can judge them. Blindness is present, what is the number of visual acuity for the patient. Categories of visual impairment. There is various categories in visual impairment. In ophthalmology you will discuss it in depth, or you already learn it, but this is the part, this is some part of community medicine also, so we will discuss this little bit in this session also. Normal vision is 6/6 or up to the 6/18. For a geriatric person 6/18, or normally 6/6 we consider the vision is. If low in category of low vision, it started from 6/18 to 6/60, and blindness is finger counting at 3 meter distance, or 3/60 vision, or 1/60 vision, or no light perception. This is the definition for the this is the various categories for the visual impairment. Then as you can see, the boy is leading an old man because he is not able to see. In India this is the very common picture. There are so many diseases which lead to blindness, which can be preventable, like refractive errors. We can easily prevent it with the spectacles, or wearing a simple glasses for cylindrical number also, for spherical number also, to correct the visual acuity. Or likewise, cataract is also very common in geriatric patient, or in children's also. Gestational cataract is also very common. On cataract is easily preventable disease. In a single operation, very minor operation is there that can easily cure the refractive error. Likewise, vitamin A deficiency is also very easily treatable. With the single with twice dose of vitamin A, we can treat blindness or blindness of the patient. Or if conjunctival damage is there, scleral damage is there, xerophthalmia is there, night blindness is there, we can easily treat that with the supplementation of vitamin A. So most of the cases of blindness we can easily prevent. Just we want some kind of awareness for that in the people in normal community, that your whatever blindness, squint kind of disease, squint kind of errors are there, that can also be easily preventable, so that we can save millions and millions of life easily. So Government of India launched a blindness program, Vision 2020 program, for that also. So this is the very common picture in India. Now we will see the magnitude of this blindness problem. In the world, 180 million people having visually disabled. Means 180. This figure is somewhere old. Now it is more and more in the India, in Asia, and all over world. But in developing countries, this picture is very big. Blindness problem is really very big as compared to developed countries like Asian countries or India, like country India, Nepal, that Pakistan kind of countries having blind. This kind of problem is more as compared to European countries and American countries, American and that part of the countries. So 45 millions are blind. Out of 45 millions are blind. In Asia 15 millions people are there, and in India 9 million people. Out of this 9 million, so many are for refractive errors, so many people are affected by cataract, and so many people are affected by minor illness, minor vitamin A deficiency disorder kind of illness. So it is very easily treatable thing. And 3 million people required corneal transplant. This is a critical kind of thing that is required corneal transplant from some other patient. So this is 3 million people are it's not easy to treat them for corneal transplant, but other than this 3 million people, there is 9 million people or 45 million people are there that we can easily treat out of that. The prevalence of blindness is very huge in India and in all over the world, as we already said. In children 10 to 14 years, it is 6 to 7%, and more than 50 years in adults, and in geriatric patient it is 8 to 9%, and in general population it is on an average 1.1% the prevalence of blindness. So it is a huge problem that we can easily treat this patient. And in school going children, the parents or teacher can easily recognize the child is having some refractive error problem or cataract. He is not able to see from the blackboard or from some certain distance. That teachers can easily pick up that children. So we can on the school health surveys also we can easily detect the minor illness regarding blindness, and we can treat that. We can refer these children to primary health center in which vitamin A deficiency disorder is present. Then supplementation is free of cost. Glasses for geriatric and children are free of cost available, and follow-up is also free of cost. So it is very easily we can easily pick up this disease and easily treat this disease. Then causes of blindness. Cataract is one leading cause for the blindness, that is it is 60%, refractive error is 20%, and glaucoma 6%. Posterior segment pathology is 5%, corneal opacity is 1%, and other causes is 6%. Cataract, as we can see that cataract, refractive error and glaucoma, these are very easily, we can treat easily. So 86% whatever cause of blindness, we can easily treat that. So government pick up this problem and they are trying to manage this problem on the basis of state and central government. This is the picture in which we can see that corneal opacity is present in the children, and vitamin A deficiency we can markedly see in this baby, because that skin problem is very much prevalent. And epidemiology, now coming to the epidemiology of blindness, that is in age 30% loss eyesight before the age of 20 years. It is because of only vitamin A deficiency disorders in the children. This number is very huge, 30%. Before 20 lost their eyesight because before the age of 20 years. This is only because of vitamin A disorder. Some part is because of cataract also. Means in children also because of some genetic disorder or some trauma, cataract or corneal opacity is there. Because of that also they can lose their eyesight before the age of 20 years. In sex-wise manner, higher prevalence found in the female because they are least bothered. The nutritional value is very less. Nutrition count is also less, and because of so much stigma, taboos, and social practice, most of the girls are not taking proper diet, and because of that they suffer from various kind of deficiency, and so that this problem is very much prevalent in females as compared to males in India like country. If malnutrition is present there, that is vitamin A deficiency as well as protein energy malnutrition, that is one of the cause for this is one of the factor for the blindness. If some occupational hazards are also one of the problem for the blindness, that is factory, welding flash, x-ray, UV rays, and repeated vibration, some kind of trauma. Mines are also there. So occupational factor is also present for the blindness. Social factor is poverty, ignorance, and kajal application is also. Most of the time uneducated mother or any mother apply kajal with the help of one stick, or she use fingers, so that that child can easily traumatized because of nail or tip of the finger. This is also one of the general practice in India, application of kajal, and that is also some hazardous for the child eye, and it is one of the risk factor for the blindness also. So how we can prevent that? What is the prevention and control strategies for the this problem? The initial assessment is we have to find out the magnitude of problem present in the certain community. If we don't know the amount of problem is present and that is really required in community or not, we cannot treat that problem. So we have to find out the magnitude of problem. Then we have to take prevalence of the disease. What is the exact prevalence of that disease, and what is the exact incidence of disease in a certain geographic area? We have to assess that, and what are the various causative agents and factors are there. We have to find out that. This is the initial assessment to control any disease or to prevent any disease. This the minimum thing, that magnitude of problem, prevalence and incidence of disease, and what are the causative factors we have to know to treat any kind of disease. Then what are the avoidable blindness? That is operation for cataract. We can do corneoplasty, glaucoma treatment, or glaucoma surgery, or retinoplasty, in which corneoplasty and retinoplasty is somewhat difficult. It is only present in tertiary care center, but we can easily treat cataract with the simple operation, and glaucoma also with the simple basic operation. So it is a treatable form. Now in the primary care, multi-purpose workers in the community, multi-purpose worker is also there. So village health guide for they nominate multi-purpose worker for 500 population, and village health guide for each 1000 population. We have some leaders to apply whatever strategies are there, and to spread the awareness we want some leaders from the community. So multi-purpose worker and village health guide are doing that work, as well as ASHA is also doing that work to spread awareness, to give proper information to common people, so that they can take advantage of various facilities are available in a government setup. In secondary prevention management at PHC level, that MO is able to manage pick up the disease like refractive error, or optometrist is there so that they can diagnose the refractive error and give simple glasses to the patient. Then mobile eye clinic is also there, so that one mobile car is there with all equipment and slit lamp. In the camp basis, they do Munyadi, means announcement in certain area before prior to the camp, 2-3 days prior to the before the camp, and after that they serve the treatment facility, or they serve the camp kind of facility in that area, so that they can easily pick up all the needy people and give treatment to them. Then tertiary eye care is in which keratoplasty, then corneoplasty, and whatever retinal diseases are there, they are treated in treated in that. Then specific program in which trachoma control. Trachoma is one of the common disease that is that cause blindness. So trachoma program is present. School eye health care is also present. In school health camps, school health survey, eye assessment is also going on, and vitamin A prophylaxis we are giving for under 5 children on every 6 months after 9 months. When baby after 9 months with the measles, we give first dose of vitamin A, and after that every 6 months we are giving 9 doses of vitamin A at a free of cost at anywhere in a government setup. Then occupational eye health services, that for the factories and industries, regular checkup, eye checkup and body checkup, complete health checkup is there on the yearly basis or 6 months basis. Then we want to eliminate this blindness, so certain programs are there, and for that we are going to focus mainly on cataract, trachoma, and whatever children's are there in children's vitamin A deficiency disorder, we are focusing mainly to eliminate or to reduce the prevalence in the children or in geriatric patient. So to control blindness due to vitamin A deficiency and correction of refractive error and low vision, this is the main factor to reduce the prevalence of blindness. Then prevention of vitamin A deficiency, that we all know, we already discussed this. It is a part of National Vitamin A Supplementation Program, in which we are giving 9 doses, less than 1 month, 1 year children, we are giving 1 lakh international unit dose, and more than 1 year babies, we are giving 2 lakh international unit on every 6 months. So this is the bottle of vitamin A, which is colored because it is highly heat sensitive. So we want to prevent this from sunlight. So it is a colored bottle, and this spoon, regular spoon, we are using for vitamin A supplementation, in which 2 rims are there. In an inner rim, it is a 1 lakh international unit count is there, and outer rim is 2 lakh international unit is there. So it is easily measurable. Anybody or illiterate person can easily measure this. Then trachoma. Now coming to the special aspect, that is trachoma, you already completed in ophthalmology. That is, it is a chronic keratoconjunctivitis. In a world, 50 million people are out of that 10 million are visually impaired, and 7 million are blind because of this trachoma. In India, 0.4% blindness, that is 39% of all blindness, is prevalence of trachoma. So what is the agent for trachoma? The chlamydia trachomatis, it is having 15 different kind of serotype. Mainly the serotypes are causes trachoma is A, B, C. and it is a intracellular bacteria. It causes chronic keratoconjunctivitis. Keratoconjunctivitis means it mainly affect the conjunctiva, that crumpling, crackling and dryness of conjunctiva it form. Because of that, all this bacteria or all pathogen, they can easily attack that and give bad effect to the conjunctiva or eye. And main source of infection is man. It can transmit from one man to other man. Now host factor is mostly 2 to 5 years or older people, like first 10 years, and geriatric people. And more susceptible are females because they are not taking care for their self. That is the main factor. And predisposing factors are like dust, smoke, application of kajal or surma. It is transmitted by portal of exit and portal of entry, and it is mainly affect the conjunctival sac and cause discharge from the conjunctiva by the contact bond, formite bond and vector bond transmission. If infected person touch secretions or discharge of that infected with the finger, and that hand to hand or come in contact with that discharge, conjunctival discharge, that can easily transmit the disease from one person to another person. And incubation period is 6 to 12 days. Then now clinical features are, it causes edema of eyelid, mostly cause lacrimation, conjunctival dilatation of capillaries, follicle and papillae, most seen in upper eyelid. That small papule and pustule kind of follicles form all over the upper and lower lid, but it mostly affect upper lid, and it gives a swollen kind of appearance also. And the capillaries infiltrate through its substance, producing pannus. Pannus is advanced toward the cornea and of infiltration of the cornea, and because of that infiltration, the cornea is going to soften, and after that it going to rupture. Then ultimately, whatever rupture happened to the cornea, it ultimately goes to going to form ulcer, and that ulcer is not easily healed because of malnutrition, because of various kind of vitamin A deficiency and all. So then follicle are replaced by scar tissue. Then it gives the ectropion or entropion. Because of that, scar is formed, eyelid get shrunken, and ectropion or entropion kind of thing happen in that area, and corneal opacity can also develop, and trichiasis also develop. This is the picture. It is showing a smooth and shiny upper palpebral conjunctiva, and blood vessels are easily we can see normal blood vessels. Now this is, we can see the blood vessels going to the pannus, and corneal opacity is there, and discharge is also present, and entropion is also we can see there. This is it's not clear picture, but this is a cloudy pannus. We can see that all the area, that infiltration is there. Now chronic red eye. What is chronic red eye? Because of trachoma in the picture 1, the edges of cornea is not clear, it is cloudy, and blood vessel going into it. This is the pannus, and cornea is cloudy because of its scar, partly due to keratoconjunctivitis. This is the same picture. This is the picture 2, which show eye of the adult with lid trachoma. Whole cornea is cloudy, blood vessels going cross it. As we can see that blood vessel is already crossing the cornea. It is completely cloudy. Eyelashes are turning into the eye because of that conjunctiva, and under the eyelid becomes scarred, and it causes cataract. It contracts. Cornea is cloudy because it is scarred partly due to keratoconjunctivitis, partly due to eyelashes scratch and damage the cornea. Now coming to the treatment, tetracycline eye ointment for the both eye, it is the main treatment, and topical application of tetracycline, erythromycin and rifampicin is the most common treatment for trachoma. This is the allergic conjunctivitis, that we can see that conjunctiva is red and covered with many small swellings or papules kind of thing. We can see that in the conjunctiva. This is all allergic because of pollen grains, because of dust or any silica kind of particle. Allergic conjunctivitis can happen. This conjunctiva this is the trachoma. Conjunctiva is red and you can see the blood vessels making line across the eyelid. Now we can see we can easily make difference between allergic conjunctivitis and trachoma. Okay. Now this is, we can see easily that here what is allergic conjunctivitis and what is the keratoconjunctivitis or trachoma. Now control of trachoma, prevalence of children is less than 10 years and most of is more than 5 years. Must need treatment to control it. Treatment is topical application of tetracycline, erythromycin and rifampicin, and surgical correction if needed, that is trichiasis and entropion is there, then surgical treatment is needed for them. Then application of local antibiotic. Now prevention. Personal hygiene is required, that cleaning of eye, avoid exposure to smoke, dust, kajal, surma and sunlight, frequent face and eye washing, regular examination of eye in endemic area where trachoma is endemic. Regular examination is needed for under 5 children and for geriatric people, and treatment with antibiotic, complete treatment for antibiotic is required. Now hygiene and prevention is required. As we can see, the baby is very dirty, flies are on the face, so it is easy the trachoma can easily spread. The trachoma spread from person to person, and also the fly spread trachoma, so cleaning of eye and control of flies is required. Ways to prevent trachoma is keep eye clean, free from the discharge which attract flies, washing face and hand twice a day, twice or 4-5 times a day nowadays. Reduce the number of flies from the people leaves and avoid sharing the clothes. This is the basic thing to prevent trachoma. Now coming to the vitamin A. Vitamin A is one of the fat soluble vitamin. It is derived from plant pigment, that is beta carotene mainly, and it converting beta carotene to vitamin A, it mostly occur in intestinal wall. The absorption into lymphatic system is facilitated by bile, and one international unit is approx 0.3 microgram of retinol. Now what is the function of vitamin A? The production of retinal pigment, that is rhodopsin, which is needed for vision in dim light. This is the main function of vitamin A, as well as it is needed for integrity of normal functioning of glandular or epithelial tissue. It is required for intestinal tissue, respiratory cells, urinary cells and skin and eye. All over the body vitamin A is required. For brain development also vitamin is required. It is also essential for skeletal growth, anti-refractive, for making antioxidants also, for it has important role in immunological or in defense system of the body. So all these are the role of vitamin A. The main source of vitamin A is liver, egg, butter, cheese, fish, meat and fish liver oil. Then this is also source for the vitamin A, that is green leafy vegetable and yellow and orange fruits mainly. Etiology of vitamin A deficiency, it is if dietary intake is not proper or there is disturbance in absorption and metabolism, it is the main etiology for the vitamin A deficiency. So if absorption is poor or inadequate intake is there, it causes malnutrition. Then less storage in liver, that is it causes hepatic insufficiency. Because of deficiency it causes chronic intestinal disorder, chronic diarrhea, malabsorption or cystic fibrosis of pancreas can happen because of deficiency. Then it is a public health problem, that's why we pick up this topic for discussion, that is vitamin A deficiency is affecting 10 million people in the world, 5 million in Asia and 0.5 million in they are making blind in the India. The prevalence of xerophthalmia in preschool children is 6 to 7%, school going children is 8% and hospitalized children is 9%. Then coming to the deficiency, in extraocular deficiency, it causes night blindness. Mother can easily detect babies having night blindness. It can cause conjunctival xerosis. Bitoid spot is triangular small spots or dead spots around the cornea or at the angular region of the eye. Then corneal xerosis, corneal ulceration because of deficiency can cause keratomalacia, and phthisis bulbi and blindness also it can cause. Extraocular manifestation, it can cause dry and scaly skin, follicular hyperkeratosis, toad-like skin, anorexia, growth retardation, prone for other gastric GIT problem, reproductive tract problem and urinary tract problem also. Infection, more and more prone to the other kind of infection because of vitamin C required for epithelial integrity. If deficiency is there, that integrity loss and all kind of infection can occur in the body parts. It protect against some epithelial cancer also. If deficiency is there, then more chances of bronchial cancer is there. Some findings are there, it is not proven but. Then WHO classification for blindness, that is, this is the classification in which X2 is corneal xerosis and XS is corneal scare. This is a picture of conjunctival xerosis, that white crumpled conjunctiva, that we can see that dry and non-weightable muddy white winkle kind of cornea is there, and emerging like sand blank at the residing site. This is the main appearance and we can explain in this way. This is the picture of bitoid spot, that is triangular pearly white or yellowish foamy spots at the angular part of the eye. Long standing bitoid spot. And this is corneal xerosis, in which we can see that cornea is very much affected, conjunctiva is very much affected and corneal opacity is going to form. This is corneal xerosis, picture of corneal xerosis. This is corneal ulceration picture, very defined ulcer is there. This is corneal scar picture. This is also one of the corneal scar picture. Keratomalacia picture. This is also same. Now this we already discussed. Diagnosis of vitamin A, this is also we discussed, same thing. थोड़ी देर नहीं थोड़ी देर है क्या क्लास? अच्छा 5 minutes. Then this is the treatment as therapeutic schedule for the children is 1 lakh international unit in first day for the vitamin A deficiency who is having very less amount of vitamin in the body, and on the second day same 1 lakh international unit, and after 4 weeks 1 international unit for the children, and for the mother 2 lakh international units for first day, second day and after 1 week. Then vitamin A is fat soluble vitamin, so that it can cause toxicity also. It can cause nausea, vomiting, anorexia, skin problem, and hepatomegaly also. Recommended dietary allowance for the vitamin A is 400 microgram retinol and 600 microgram for the children, and 600 microgram for the adult. Then prevention of vitamin A deficiency is by giving vitamin A supplementation, that is 1 lakh international unit for 1 year, less than 1 year children, and more than 1 lakh international unit, 2 lakh for the more than 1 year children. Then Phrenoderma, it is the follicular hyperkeratosis of the skin. It is also called as toad skin. It is characterized by horny papular eruption on the posterior and lateral aspect of limb and on the back and buttock. The deficiency of essential fatty acid and vitamin A in the diet associated with rough and dry skin. And in Kerala, Karnataka and Gujarat, mostly they use coconut oil and vanaspati ghee for consumption, so it is most common in that area, and it cure rapidly by administration of essential fatty acid along with B complex vitamin and vitamin A. So this picture is we already seen. This is the magnitude we already seen. We have seen that blindness in India. Oh, this is it. Now coming to the strategies how we can reduce that. In developing human resources for the eye care, technical capacity and managerial capacity we have to build up to cope up the blindness problem. Then promoting the outreach activity and public awareness is important, that is IC material is required, that is information, education and communication. Developing institutional capacity and better infrastructure for the better services. And ophthalmic assistant at PHC, that is primary health care and community health center level we have to provide. Cataract surgeries and camps are on the regular basis are required with the supplementation of vitamin A and chemotherapy for the trachoma. Then component for the action of national program is 100% central sponsor program. It initial assessment is done with the we have to search for the magnitude and distribution of problem and what are the causes of blindness and what are methods of intervention are required to cure that. In primary eye care at village level by health guide, village health guide is we can teach them, provide them some basic treatment, vitamin A supplementation program doses, and tropical tetracycline eye bandages shield will make them to help them other people for treatment. Training of village health guide to refer difficult cases to PHC and district hospital, and information, education and communication activity for the promotion of personal hygiene and sanitation. Secondary eye care is required. It is a district health level definitive management for the common blindness blinding condition, that is regular clinical and camps, eye cataract surgery, glaucoma surgery at PHC and district hospital level can provide all these services. In tertiary care centers, all the kind of surgery, corneal graft, retinal detachment surgery and other kind of complicated surgery provide on the tertiary healthcare center. The specific programs are there for to manage to control blindness, that is trachoma control program or school eye health care services also there. Vitamin A supplementation program is also there to reduce deficiency disorder among the children. Then occupational health, eye health, long-term measures and health education are required in the industries or in the factory or in the mines. Evaluation of program effectively and strengthening the infrastructure at PHC and district hospital, and whatever factories and mines are there, that should give regular health checkup and give some schemes to the serving to the employees. Then establishment of mobile unit, training center, eye bank for the research purpose and also for the donation also, eye donation. That's all established by central and state government. Then organization, in the organization, all the ministerial division, technical division, administrative division, state level division are also there. District blindness control society is also there, district hospital is also there, district mobile unit is also there, and all private and government ophthalmic surgeons are there in the organization. They have same bodies. Activities for the district blindness control program, that is various kind of screening, school health checkup, and regular camps are there, and for community based rehabilitation for the incurable blindness also. These are all the strategies for the district blindness control societies. Now, role of international units for the blindness, that is WHO is having regular training program for all the faculties, cornea transplant, laser surgeries, and other NGOs are also there to give services for the blindness. And this is the Vision 2020, in which mainly cataract, glaucoma, and vitamin D deficiency, they are focusing on these three to reduce the blindness. Thank you. This is all for this lecture. We will discuss some other topic in some lectures.